So last weekend, my friends and I decided to hold a bake-off because we'd all been watching too much of that British baking show and started believing we were pastry prodigies. We even made a group chat called The Great British Flake-Off because puns are the only thing we're actually good at. Everything was going smoothly until someone suggested we all use the same foolproof cookie recipe, which, in hindsight, was the first red flag. None of us had ever seen the same thing as foolproof unless it was instant ramen. Anyway, we gathered at my place armed with aprons, questionable optimism, and a single shared recipe printed in font size 8. I noticed pretty quickly that half of us were reading the recipe off the printout and the other half off blurry screenshots, but I figured, how wrong could it go? The answer, pretty wrong. The instructions said 1 tablespoon of baking powder, but apparently my friend Alex thought it said 1 tablespoon of baking soda, and my other friend Jamie decided that softened butter meant melted and slightly burnt. Meanwhile, I got distracted by a heated debate about whether chocolate chips should be weighed in metric or enough until your ancestors whisper stop. So I just kept pouring. By the time the cookies came out of the oven, the kitchen smelled like regret and overconfidence. Instead of soft, golden cookies, we'd somehow created a new mineral, cookieite. Each cookie was a jagged disc about as pliable as a manhole cover, and when my friend tried to pick one up, it snapped in half with a noise that startled the neighbor's dog. Not to be deterred, we tried to eat them anyway, which resulted in a symphony of dental crunches and one very awkward call to my dentist. If you've ever wanted to experience what it's like to eat the surface of Mars, I highly recommend our recipe. So, in the end, our bake-off turned into a break-off, because one bite and all our teeth wanted to do was break off.